I was just trying to play around with the lighting. Pretty funny. So it wouldn't be glaring all over my sweaty face. So it's not a forging video or be trying to flog my wares or anything like that. I just thought I'd do one on, do a quick video on a few thoughts and a little bit about preparedness and YouTube and channel support and that kind of stuff, a few shout outs. So we'll start with the shout outs here. Okay, so there's a this guy looks like he's right around my age, I suppose. I think he's a little younger. His channel is called Step 1 Survival, and he goes by the name of Sergeant Badass. I'll leave a link down wherever in the video comment section for him. He's all about how to put together your preparedness stuff on a budget. I believe he's ex-military. Go figure the name, right? Ex-military. He's got I believe 3 kids, stuff like that. He mentions that stuff in a video, in a few videos, so I don't really. And his wife's a nurse or studying to be a nurse or something like that. Really good channel, not a bunch of hype and expensive gear reviews and stuff like that. He gives you some really good advice, so go check him out. That's Step 1 Survival, again down below in the links. I really like his stuff. Next one is an older gentleman who's having some trouble growing his channel. He does a few reviews again on budget stuff and do-it-yourself little bushcraft tools, and he's got some tips in there and stuff on wild edible plants, things like that. His name is Emberado. If you want to go check his channel out, it's called Emberado Smithing and Woodcraft. Again, down in the comments. Okay. And he's not scared to give you his opinion either. One more channel here. Oh, who was it? Oh, it's been a long day. I didn't bring a piece of paper with me. I had 3 channels that I was going to shout out for. Can't remember. Anyhow, I guess I could do a little bit of an update here too. Yeah, things are going really busy here at the Forge. I have people are actually coming over here now, locals and stuff, and they're like, "Hey, can you redo this? Can you make a bucket just like this one, a riveted iron bucket for bolts and stuff? My grandpa had this one. It's all rusted and falling apart and things like that." And so yeah, I've made a couple of them over the last week. I've gotten a few orders for knives, things like that. Oh, here, let me show you. I didn't get a chance to make the video on the grinding and stuff like that. I haven't put final bevel or edge on anything yet, or even hardened or tempered or anything. But this is the knife right here that you guys watched me forge. This is out of a big circular saw from an old sawmill. I really like the shape on it. It holds in my hand really, really nice. In fact, I might even just keep this one for myself. I haven't been able to keep any of my knives for myself. So yeah, so let me know what you think of the shape and style of it and stuff. And I kind of like this. It's at the handle. It's what is it? 3/16? No, yeah, 3/16 thick at the handle. and then down and then it tapers to a point down here. So it's got a good thick spine on it, or the back of the knife rather, the back spine. Yeah, so things have been getting really good and busy here. My son comes over and helps me for about 4 or 5 hours every morning, doing all the hacksawing, and I'm doing I've been running the camera basically for most of the day when I'm forging and stuff like that, so that I can put together a bunch of clips for you guys here later this week, just to show you what I'm up to and enjoying myself as usual. I appreciate the business here off YouTube. Thank you very much. Your stuff is, everybody who's ordered from me, it will all be ready well before Christmas and sent off. Okay, and I'll send you pictures via email, and I'll leave you my email address below if you want to contact me for me to make anything. I can make just give me a suggestion, and I'll research it and come out here and build it and wreck it the first time. And it's you're gonna like this video coming up anyhow. It's kind of funny. You'll see me screw up a lot of things and think, oh, I put that on backwards. Oh, I gotta do that. It's really quite hilarious, in my opinion, anyhow. Now, as far as preparedness, now, you know, I used to talk a lot about skills, you know, skill sets, you know, you should learn this, you should learn that. I'm kind of looking at a little different of an angle right now, you know, like a fellow, oh, that's who it was. I got to do a shout out for Rational Prepper. I'm going to put his link, I'm going to put his link down in the comments also. He's got a short series going on that he calls Prepper. Okay, ladies, cover your ears and cover your children's ears. He calls it Prepper Bullshit. It's pretty good. I enjoy it. So again, down in the links. All right, on to some preparedness stuff. Okay, so a lot of people, and myself included, I've talked about it in the past. They're all on about skill sets, skill sets, skill sets. You got to do this, you got to do that. You know, like as far as I'm concerned, if you as far as skill sets go, you should find something that you enjoy doing, and that you would enjoy doing as a hobby, and make that your skill set. You know, whether it's bushcraft or tinsmithing, very useful one, by the way. Food preparation, preservation, you know, blacksmithing even. But like, as the shit hits the fan, kind of an SHTF kind of skill, blacksmithing, no, you know, like the more I do it, the more I realize like the tools you need, and you know, like to be effective, you know, like you need a good forge. You should be able to bring steel to forge welding heat, you know, and some of them out there just don't cut it, you know, and to drag all your tools and an anvil, stuff like that, you know, like guys talk about rebuilding civilization and everything. That's, you know, that would be a skill, yeah, sure. But like during shit hit the fan event, I wouldn't rely on that as your go-to skill. You know, like I would more look towards a bushcrafting. Yeah. I would look more towards a bushcrafting survival kind of thing. Or how about driving skills? How many people out there have really good severe weather driving skills? You know, I'm not talking, oh, I got lucky, made it through a snowstorm a few times. No, no, no. I'm talking about real skills. Like you get stuck, and all you got is your jack, and nobody around out in the frozen prairie for miles and miles and miles. How you going to get out, right? Those sort of things are very, I think, more geared towards a shit hits the fan situation. Driving skills, of course, mechanical. If you're a homesteader, like I've mentioned them before, like plumbing, plumbing, electrical, yeah, nod your heads. Everybody out there who's done any homesteading is like, yeah. or even just like total off grid, no electricity at all, and learning how to draw your water from a well, or and purifying it and cooking on a wood cook stove, which is different. Different grades of wood. And I'm babbling, ain't I? I'm getting down a rabbit trail. But you get my point. You get my point. It doesn't have to be all the big sexy stuff. You don't have to run around with your AR, all hopped up with night vision scopes and body armor and black suits and thinking you're the a Delta operator or something like that. I mean, like that's a skill level on its own, and seriously for everyone out there who has no military training, and for a lot of you guys that do have military training, you should know damn well better about talking about being a badass and getting into firefights and stuff like that. You guys should know better. That's a lose-lose situation. Sorry, I got a little. Anyhow, yeah, those are sort of the things that a guy, I think, should be looking at. So you got bushcrafting. You've got a little bit of survival skills, driving skills, driving skills, for crying out loud. Physical fitness, you should just, like as far as I'm concerned, just do the best you can. Okay, just do the best you can, and just have that mindset. Everyone uses the word mindset. I'm going to use the word attitude. Attitude. Have it up here that no matter what happens, you have a solution for it, and you can get through anything. That's what you have to have. You have to have an attitude. Have the attitude up here, right? So one little trick that I use is, especially with this blacksmithing and really anything else that happens in life. What I do is, before I voice the problem out loud, I think in my head, I come up with a solution, then I voice the solution, to myself out loud. And if it sounds stupid when I'm saying it, well then I think of another solution, right? So that's just the way I do it. Maybe it'll help some of you, maybe it won't. I don't know. So remember, voice your solution before you voice the problem. And I try to do that. I try to do that in all aspects of my life, like when I'm dealing with my wife or my son. I try to, how would I put it? I would try to say, like if my son went and wrecked his vehicle, I go, oh yeah, well, first thing that comes to mind, well, so now I suppose you want to use, one of mine, right? No, that's a negative response. What I would end up saying in a situation like that, which he hasn't done, by the way, he's been pretty good, is I would present to him. I go, okay, look, you can use this car here, but you're going to have to insure it. You're going to have to put your own gas in it, and tires, anything breaks down on it, and you got to fix it. I don't want it coming back to me as a wreck. right? You see the difference? You see the difference? Okay. All right. Anyhow, on that note, guys, remember, go check out those channels, Step 1 Survival, Emberado Smithing and Woodcraft, and Rational Prepper. All right, guys, you have a very fine day. I'm going to go home and have a beer. Take care.